Now here it says, be careful the way you do what? Why? For out of it are issues of life. Here it says, it says that your life is shaped by your thoughts. What you think matters. Hallelujah. This morning you can say, I'm not going to go to, it's raining, I'm not going to go to church. And you say, somebody said, my mind is for God. My mind is for God. Now, you have to begin to practice this. It has to be practical in your life. You wake up every morning and declare, my mind is for God. How many of you wake up, you come to pray, and as you're praying, right there in prayer, your mind wanders. And you say, excuse me, am I in prayer? What's going on? And the pastor said, put up your hands, begin to pray. You pray. Yes, you say, Lord, I thank you, I bless you. The moment you say, Lord, I bless you, I pray to you, your minds begin to do what? Oh, I forgot to turn off the stove. Oh, that food must be burning now. Ooh. And literally you turned it off. But the devil brings a thought that maybe you forgot. Then as I'm preaching, I see the brother leaving or the sister leaving. I'm like, what's wrong? The devil just whispered to you, something's wrong. And you didn't. Yes, you did. But now the devil's like, this one is worshiping God because he's about to download what belongs to him from heaven. He's about to pray to God. The devil comes and attacks your mind. Somebody say, my mind. Come on, speak it out. My mind is for God. Now, if someone says to you, you are ugly, you are worthless, you don't matter, you are a loser, my brother, that's not amen. You are a loser. Praise the Lord. If someone says to you, do you know that you can either believe what they said to you or refuse it? Somebody say, I refuse such words. Do you know you can, when something attacks you in your mind, either you, on inception, you can either continue with it or from there refuse it and kill it right away. Come on, somebody. The problem when you hear something saying, you can never amount to anything, you're a loser, you did something wrong, God is against you, all those thoughts are from the devil. But the moment you receive that and you believe it there, it's going to begin to bother you for the rest of your life. Because the devil knows whatever goes in your mind is going to make you either powerful or you're going to be a loser. So it doesn't matter now what somebody says to you if you're a Christian, because you have God in you and you have faith in you and you're going to refuse it. But once you're a child of God and you still say, he might be right, the devil's like, God. You may partially believe it now, but as you go 1 year more, then you're going to say, oh, I remember. No wonder this said so and so. That's why I'm in trouble. Because you are believing what the devil's giving you. Now let me be quickly. Somebody say, my mind is the battleground for sin. All temptations begin in your mind. Huh? All temptations begin where? Now anything the devil throws at you never begins out of no blue. It begins in your mind. It gets born. The inception begins and then you begin to work on it. Let me go window shopping. I don't have money, but let me go window shopping. You go window shopping, and as you go there, you're like, man, this is good. The pastor is not here. The sisters are not here. And all the people in the store are busy. Now, who's giving you that thought? Thank you. Who's giving you the thought? Are you afraid of the devil? Come on, speak it out. Who's giving you the thought? Christine, come on, don't be afraid. Who's giving you the thought? You are there and you're like, I don't have money, but man, I need it. And then you begin to look around. Nobody's looking at you. Nobody's looking at you. And you go for it. And you forget. In your mind, you're going to have bitterness, envy, fornication, lust, pride, fear, resentment, wrongdoings. Everything first comes into your mind. Romans chapter 7, verse 22. Romans 7:22. Very good. For I delight in the law of God after the inward man. Go to the next one. But I see another law in my members, warning against the law of my mind. Warring against what? Of my what? And bringing me into what? To the law of which is in my. Now who's against you? Where does the devil attack you? First from in your mind. Huh? But I see another law in my members. Warring. What is warring? Fighting. There's a war. There's a war in your mind. You wake up, you say, I'm going to church. The devil says, no. You wake up, you say, I can't sleep. Say, why don't you read the Bible? The other mind says, why don't you go to Facebook? Sister Christine is laughing. I'm preaching to her now. Hallelujah. Yeah, why don't you just maybe pray short prayer? Why don't you go watch TV? There's something going in. Every time you say, I want to do something godly, the law of sin comes and attacks you. The law comes and attacks you. Put you into captivity. What is captivity?